back to another video here with the Pleiadians and myself, Celina May. I'm a modern psychic and a Pleiadian channel, and I'm here to guide you through your expansion on your spiritual journey, through spiritual transformation. I really do this through a very feminine, grounded, nurturing way to just really make you become aware of your own potential and also activate you to step into that, to step into your fullness, to step into your uniqueness and all of that goodness. If you're curious how to create that and work together, I would just invite you to check out the show notes. And there's that. But what we are talking about today is a message, a Pleiadian message coming through. I never really know what it's going to be before I jump on here. So today I have pulled some cards, or I am going to pull some cards with this beautiful deck. It is called The Secret Language of Light. If you have this, it's really lovely. And I can already hear them, how they're saying that I should not make it so complicated. Like I'm trying to make it especially good or do well and whatnot. So I'm just going to shuffle these cards.
See what a message is for us today. For those who are listening to this beautiful video. Just be patient.
Oh my goodness, well that's funny. So we have Divine Feminine and Channeling. So clearly this is connected to what I was just talking about. Maybe this is just as a confirmation for you that there are really no coincidences, and it's really so aligned with what I have just been talking about. I just got distracted. I can see from my view of a walkway, and I was just observing dogs, but whatever. But I also want to say that channeling with the card of the Divine Feminine really speaks to how we have to tap into the Divine Feminine in order to receive that. It is not a coincidence that a lot of women are more so into stuff like psychics and also just naturally have more psychic abilities. That too is due to men being shut down in their abilities to tune in with themselves. But generally, the Divine Feminine is really about receiving, about slowness, about nurturing, caring, and all of that, about pleasure, and about so many other things, really. But it is about embodying this essence of birthing things and creativity, like creation, right? So that is a really beautiful message to start with, and then just let me sit for a little bit while I am tuning in with my team, the Pleiadian Consciousness, which is what I am channeling. If you're new to this channel, then you will know that is who I channel, the Pleiadian Consciousness, all right? Okay. Do not make it so complicated, for you are already perfect, for you are already doing so well. Shift your focus onto that which is already in alignment, which is already created, achieved throughout your intention, throughout your own unique universe, that which you have birthed through your pillar and stream and channel of who you are. Look at all those creations around you, that which you have dreamed of just a few months ago, just a few years ago. All of that which you always wanted is here now, and yet you cannot see it. You cannot see it fully or clearly because you don't see it with your heart. With your heart is where you see truth, where you see clearly, where you create too. It's only when you open the eyes of your heart that you realize what really is there for you. And that is where you can create more from. Your heart is the sacred vessel which all life flows through. Your heart is that which you feel through. Your heart is that which you see through. Your heart is that which you understand truth through. It is like a second brain, but a brain that is more so connected to the divine. For the heart tissues are connected to your brain in ways that you haven't understood just yet. It's an extension of your human brain, but it creates new waves of thinking. What you see in your world now is all creations of the old thinking, of the old structures of solely relying on the brain that is in your head, not the brain that is in your heart. And now you're experiencing this paradigm shift where things are shifted into the heart. And that is why we are here. That is why we come through, to give inspiration, to give guidance, to bring joy, and to point out what this life is about, to redirect and to rearrange so everything can come back into alignment. This is one of the greatest missions we have been on so far, and we've been on it for a long time, but we see the small little achievements that we have created and how the consciousness on earth has already shifted. If you are listening to this, you are very likely too responsible for what has shifted on planet Earth. Yes, you, because your frequency has made a difference. The fact that you're watching this, the fact that you have awakened to this level, creates this knowing within that there is something bigger, that there is something beyond the scene, that there is a wholeness, and tapping into this wholeness is creating wholeness on the planet. You are in the process of shifting to 3D, from 3D to 5D, and that is something you have known for a long time, but you haven't known it consciously. You have just known it unconsciously. You have known it before you even incarnated, because it is truth, because it is known in the cosmos. You're shifting from the scene, only the scene and the suffering, through to the fourth dimension, to the awareness of self, to the knowledge of what self needs in order to fully create itself, to the 5D, the fifth dimensional self, that works with the energies around it, that seeks for unity, and that creates from a place that comes from the heart, that comes from love, that comes from compassion, that comes from understanding and from greater perspective. You are now gaining the ability to see things from a bird's eye view, even yourself. So when you ask yourself how to start to tap into 5D, then understand that the first thing you need to explore, you need to create, is to tap into your heart, to see from your heart, to be from your heart, to live from your heart, and to speak from your heart, to create from the heart. All is coming from the heart. And then it is about observing self as a character walking on earth. Observing self and your reactions, become so self-aware that you can't step outside of yourself, because you're so self-aware, because you're aware of the self. We understand that this is a lot of energy to bring through for those who channel. And we are so thankful that we can connect to beings like Celina, like other beings that are channeling, other humans walking on earth, walking this path, so we can bring through this message, this deep knowing, and install it within. When you listen to messages like this, it creates new fragments, new structures in your system. You can awaken codes of your DNA, remembrance, activations. Activation is nothing more or less what you would see as an electrical shock. Like a shock wave, a very small, soft, gentle shock wave running through your system, and awaken those parts of you that are ready to be awakened. This is what an activation is, and words, truth, are all activations. Now it is for you to become clear on what you want and what you want to create in this lifetime, for it is time. It is time that you no longer joke around, that you no longer just get stuck in the thinking of what is going wrong. Instead, focus now on the what you want to create so that things are going right in the human sense, for there is no right or wrong, really. It's just a human judgment, just the attachment, just the upper brain. The heart brain doesn't know right or wrong. The heart brain just only knows compassion, different perspectives, and multiple truths. For it operates in the multidimensional spheres of this cosmos. Be aware that there are forces that do not want these messages to come through. But that love, light, compassion will always be stronger. For this planet, Gaia, is ready to shift, ready to be awakened. So she will always be more likely to thrive in the essence, on the frequency of that which is love. For she is and has been created in love. This is her unique blueprint, her original frequency. We thank you for being here with us today. You acknowledge that this is a lot of information to bring through at once, so we want to keep it to that today. Thank you. Period. My channel is now closed. Thank you. All right, beautiful beings. That was the message. I will have to go back to it to even know what it was about. I know that it was about the heart and the 5D, which was really beautiful. But it does, I can't even remember, like 2 seconds after I've spoken what I just said. I can't remember because it's channeled and it's brought through in the moment. And I'm just a vessel. This type of channeling is called trance channeling, if you've ever wondered. There's different types of channeling, which I can also get into in another video. All right, lovelies. Thank you so much for being here. I will definitely be listening to this, and I hope you will too. If you haven't subscribed to this channel and you're very much into those teachings from higher dimensions and also other teachings on things like ascension, expansion, spiritual teachings in general, psychic stuff, all of that goodness, then please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment with what you have received from this channeling, from this teaching. I would love to hear, and I'm sending you so much love as always. Bye.